Are you listening?
Welcome to another episode of the Nerf Report, your go-to source for all the week's gaming news, nerfed into one show once a week, so you can worry less about reading the news and get back to playing those video games. If you think that sounds awesome, make sure to support the channel by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. And of course, on this week's episode, Respawn has unveiled a brand new Star Wars game called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and just take my money, okay? There's a Jersey Mike's loyalty card in there. It's got a free sub. You can have that too. Just give me the game. But before we talk about any of that, your top headlines. Well, the announcement that we've been waiting for since 2006 has finally arrived, because this week PlayStation announced that gamers can now change their PSN online IDs. In a PlayStation blog post, Sony announced on Wednesday that online ID changes would be launching later that day. PlayStation owners can now change their online PSN ID for the first time since the service launched in 2006. Now, just a word of warning, PlayStation has found a few instances where certain games do not fully support the change in IDs. A complete list of those games can be found on the PlayStation blog.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
It has been a year since gamers first set sail with Rare's Sea of Thieves. And to celebrate the game's 1-year anniversary, developer Rare has announced a massive new update for the game. The Sea of Thieves anniversary update will bring a memorable new experience to the world of Sea of Thieves, building and improving on the last 12 months of the game. Gamers can look forward to new gameplay features, including 2 new modes: the Arena and Tall Tales Shores of Gold. The Arena is a brand new PvP mode in which pirates will put their ships and crews against other players in various competitive modes. Tall Tales Shores of Gold will bring a new storyline to Sea of Thieves. The story will include new characters, new undiscovered locations, and new gameplay features. The Sea of Thieves anniversary update will be available for free on April 30th. Spoiler alert, Bethesda's Rage 2 launches in exactly 30 days. And thanks to a brand new trailer posted this week, gamers learned that in Rage 2, everything wants to kill you. Literally, everything. In Rage 2, gamers will play as Walker as they explore the massive, absurdly violent world of Rage 2. During the trailer, Bethesda gave gamers a look at exactly what you will face in the game, including ultra-violent thugs, swarms of mutated experiments, invisible samurais, wasteland degenerates, cybernetic authoritarian monsters, ooh, my favorite, and of course, this cliff. All of these things are going to try to kill you in Rage 2. If that sounds like a game you want to play, well then Rage 2 will be launching on May 14th for PC, Xbox One, and the PlayStation 4. And finally, Destiny 2. Guardians find themselves halfway through the season of the Drifter, but starting on April 16th, a new in-game event called the Revelry will be coming to Destiny 2. Spring is in the air, Guardians, and the Revelry is a new in-game event that will allow you to celebrate the joys of spring. According to Bungie, during the Revelry, the tower will be overflowing with colorful arrangements, and Eva Levante will have a new activity called the Verdant Forest, along with new weapons, emotes, skins, ghosts, and shaders for you to claim. The Revelry is a celebration that will span across every planet in Destiny 2, and it will be available to every Guardian for free. The Revelry will be starting on April 16th and last all the way through May 7th.
Now for something completely different. Yeah.
Star Wars. Recently, Star Wars video games seem to have hit a snag. I mean, under EA's control, both Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 have received moderate praise from gamers. However, EA has failed to create really anything of actual substance. But this week, that all changed. because the Star Wars experience that you've been looking for seems to have finally arrived. Unless you were hoping to bullseye womp rats in your T-16 speeder back at Tatooine, because let's face it, you're probably pretty alone on that one. During the Star Wars celebration this weekend, both EA and Respawn introduced Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, a single-player, narrative-focused game that brings Star Wars fans back to the dark times, when Order 66 reigned supreme and the remaining Jedi all went into hiding. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order will take gamers to new planets never before seen in the Star Wars universe, along with introducing brand new characters like our hero, Cal Kestis. Cal is a Padawan who survived the massacre of Order 66 and has found a new life of hiding in the Scrapper Guild, a group of individuals who are responsible for scrapping old Star Destroyers. Cal has been described as a gritty, street-smart, Clint Eastwood-esque hero voiced by none other than Cameron Monaghan. In an instant, Cal finds himself thrusted out of hiding and becomes a target of the Empire. Cal must harness the Force in order to escape and survive the Empire. Now, for you non-Star Wars fans out there, Order 66 is the initiative given out by the Emperor to hunt down and kill every last living Jedi. And Cal will face the Empire's Purge troopers, who are sent across the galaxy to alert the Inquisitors of a hiding Jedi's location. The Inquisitors are Force-sensitive individuals trained by Darth Vader himself, and Cal will find himself in the crosshairs of the second sister of the Order of Inquisitors. Now, as far as gameplay goes, Respawn didn't really share any gameplay footage because we've got to wait for E3. But Respawn did say that Jedi Fallen Order will be an action melee game where gamers must master lightsabers and various force powers. The combat will be very easy to pick up and feature plenty of depth. In fact, the game is being internally billed as thoughtful combat, where you must identify and exploit your enemy's weakness. And there's honestly a lot to be excited about with this game. Respawn has created a team of developers that have worked on games like Uncharted, Gears of War, Titanfall, and God of War. And as far as the writing goes, Jedi Fallen Order features writers who've worked extremely closely to Star Wars in the past. In fact, some of the writers have worked on Star Wars Rebels, which, if you haven't seen that, fix your damn life. But if that isn't enough, meet BD-1, also known as Buddy Droid 1. BD-1 is Cal's best friend and features various upgraded resources for gamers to upgrade throughout the game. Cal will also be joined with a new companion called Suri, and according to Respawn, Jedi Fallen Order will feature some familiar faces, so Misa Jedi Master. But that's not all. Perhaps the biggest, most epic announcement from the press conference. Prepare yourselves. Make sure that you are sitting down. In fact, somebody call Boogie2988. Somebody get Angry Joe, and make sure that Awakening dude are watching, because EA is about to release a game with 0 microtransactions. That's right. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order will launch with no multiplayer, no microtransactions, and all of the single-player, narrative-driven gameplay that you've been hoping for. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order will be launching on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on November 15th of 2019. And finally for this week, we come to... That noise, of course, signifies that we are running out of time and coming close to the end of the show. So, in order to cover all the week's remaining news, we must initiate a segment that I like to call... Every single week, we have so much news to talk about and so little time to do it. So we take all the week's remaining news, put 60 seconds on the clock, and try to cover it as fast as humanly possible without running out of breath, passing out, or dying. And since we're on the topic of Star Wars, if I were to be struck down doing Nerfed in 60 seconds, I would only come back stronger and more powerful than ever before. So with that in mind, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. And go. Disney has unveiled its brand new streaming service called Disney Plus, which will be launching this November for $6.99. Speaking of Disney, they also unveiled their brand new Darth Vader virtual reality game exclusively for the Oculus, which looks super cool. Nintendo may have leaked the latest update for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which gamers are getting a brand new Create a Stage mode. That's pretty cool. Halo Infinite is quickly becoming the most expensive game ever made with a budget of $500 million. If you're wanting to play Apex Legends on your Switch, Respawn let us know this week that that's probably not going to happen. IDOS Montreal producers say that more Tomb Raider games are probably on the way. Star Wars Pinball is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Nepal has banned PUBG over fears of addiction. Pokemon Go has introduced Lucky Friends and Avatar poses. And Vampire has officially sold 1 million copies worldwide. That is it for Nerfed in 60 seconds. And that is it for this week's episode of the show. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new here and haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. But more importantly, do me a favor, share it with your friends, your grandma, your family, your dad, your mother, your neighbor. Let them know about the Nerf Reports. As always, my name is Bryant Chappel. You are you, and this has been the Nerf Report. Thanks for watching.